What's up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today, you guys, with a brand new review for Married to Medicine. This is season 11, episode number 1, you guys, and this episode is titled Guess Who's Coming to Whitnik, you guys. So the ladies are back. I'm happy to see them back. I love Married to Medicine. This is my show, so I am very, very, very happy to see the girls back. So, before we do get into it, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then I'll need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and then having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and also by sharing the video, you guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let's discuss Married to Medicine, shall we? All right, you guys. So, like I said, Married to Medicine is back, season 11. Happy to see everybody back with the exception of one particular person, but that person ain't going to be on here for too long. So, now I don't know how many episodes Phaedra is going to be on Married to Medicine, but neither here nor there. If you guys watched the episode, definitely tell me what you guys thought about it in the comment section and in the live. I actually enjoyed the premiere. It was a fun premiere. I was, like I said, happy to see everybody back. And we're going to rock and roll with Marriage and Medicine this season. So we start the episode up. So we just see a montage of what the ladies are doing in their day to day. And then we get to we see Dr. Simone and Cecil, right? So Dr. Simone and Cecil, they are planning for a Freaknik themed party for the cast, and it's celebrating 35 years of them graduating college. They graduated college in 1989, and they are going to be doing, like I said, a Freaknik style party, which they're going to call Whitnik. And so Cecil asked Dr. Simone, like, who all are you inviting to the party? And she was like, everybody that, she is cool with and she talks to. And so Cecil asked her, like, well, who is that? And she said, Cecil, you know who that is. And so he asked her, so what about Quad? And she, talks about Quad. What's up, Greta? How are you doing today? Hope you're having a great Monday. Don't feel like a Monday. Don't really feel like a Monday to me, but it is. I only got 2 more days, technically 1 more day, and a half day left of work this week. Thank God. So Simone's whole thing with Quad is Simone feels that the communication has fallen off with Quad, right? Because they made up at the reunion, and since the reunion, she hasn't really talked to Quad, and she feels as if with Quad, that Quad allowed social media to get in her ear and to, I guess, make her feel a type of way. Now, what I will say, because I did see all the comments last season once the reunion aired, and how everybody felt the way about the ladies, wanting Quad to apologize to them. Also, how they felt about what Dr. Simone said at the reunion. And so we also find out that, which just came up later in the episode, but that Jackie and Heavenly have apologized to her, which, okay, if they felt wrong, then they felt like they did something wrong. So after that, we see as Dr. Heavenly went over to Quad's home, right? And when Heavenly went over to Quad's home, they were talking. So Quad is also talking about this situation with she and Simone, and how she hasn't really saw Simone since the reunion, and how all the ladies essentially wanted her to apologize to them at the reunion, which is definitely true. And if you guys watched the pre-recorded video, I said it in the pre-recorded video, and I'll say it again here. When it came down to Quad, I definitely do feel that Quad did start to act a little, funny towards the ladies, especially when she got on Sister Circle. And then once she was no longer on that show, she needed to come back and make amends with these ladies. But by that time, the ladies had felt how they felt about Quad. And I'm not really upset with the ladies at all. So I get it. I definitely do get it. But let me know what you guys think about it in the live chat or in the comment section, right? So with Quad, I'm not the biggest fan of Quad. You guys know that. But what I will say when it comes to Quad is I do agree with Quad that Dr. Simone owes her an apology. And even Heavenly agrees that, Simone owes her an apology after what happened at the reunion. Again, if you guys didn't watch the reunion, definitely go check out the reunion. But she was wrong, absolutely 100% wrong about what she said and bringing up that situation with the niece. I didn't agree with that. There were so many ways that Dr. Simone could have tackled that situation and just said that, I've shown support towards her and leave it at that. But she didn't do that. She just continued to talk about it. And even though Quan was like, Simone, please don't talk about this. Like, please don't talk about this, Simone. And she continued to talk about it. So it is what it is. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and we'll discuss it there. But yeah, I mean, I have my feelings about that. I really truly do. Now we're gonna keep moving, and we'll move on to Dr. G and Letitia. The one thing I will say about Dr. G and Letitia is I don't need to know about y'all's life in the bedroom or outside of the bedroom. Like, y'all can keep that tidbit to yourself. If y'all trying for a baby, congratulations, good luck to you. Again, I just don't want to. I don't want to hear about it. But hey, more power to them. More power to them. More power to them. So we see as with Letitia and Dr. G, they're actually going over to Phaedra's home, right? And Phaedra's boys and Phaedra are going to be teaching Letitia how to swim because Letitia doesn't know how to swim. So we see them in the pool teaching her how to swim, and we see Phaedra and Dr. G having a conversation. So Phaedra and Dr. G are literally talking about this whole situation with Letitia and Dr. Heavenly. And if you guys watched the pre-recorded video, you also know my thoughts and opinions on that. When it comes to Dr. Heavenly and Letitia, I definitely do think that they both have equal blame with everything that happened last season with the both of them. Letitia says stuff about Heavenly. Heavenly says stuff about Letitia. So neither one of them are just squeaky clean. The only thing that I had a problem with both, and actually thinking back to it now, the problem I have with both of them is they both talked about each other's husbands, right? The thing with Letitia was talking about the stuff that Mariah had said when she was on the show that Damon had cheated on Heavenly with no actual factual proof that in fact happened. It was just hearsay, right? But then for Dr. Heavenly to come back and talk about the man's practice and all his business as a doctor, that I didn't agree with. I do believe Heavenly has since come out and apologized about that. But that be my thing with Heavenly. Dr. Heavenly says things, and sometimes Dr. Heavenly goes way too far. And then she'd be like, oh, she'll come back and she'll be apologetic. But then she'll go back and she'll say something else again. And then be like, girl, you don't learn your lesson. But you guys tell me what you think, right? So after that, we see as Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Simone, well, Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Damon had Dr. Simone and Cecil over to their home, right? So they're having hibachi. And while they're sitting outside eating, Cecil decided to ask Dr. Heavenly about this situation, this beef with Letitia, right? And Dr. Heavenly is like, she came for my husband, so I came back for hers. And I was like, no. So here's the thing. One thing I will say is like I don't understand people who have this animosity towards Letitia because I don't when Letitia came on last season, she didn't annoy me, she didn't bother me. So I don't really get why a lot of people didn't like her. I don't know if it had anything to do with people liking Quad. I still don't understand why people felt the way that they felt last season about Letitia, but it is what it is, right? Okay, I'm hearing some stuff in my apartment, you guys, because the alarms went off earlier today, and now I'm hearing people walking throughout the hallway. But like I said, Dr. Heather said that Letitia, she came for her husband, so she came back at her, right? And I'm not gonna sit here and tell you if a person comes at you one way. I'm not gonna sit here and dictate and try to say how you should respond to that person. You can respond to the person the way that you want to respond to them, and heavily responded to her the way she wanted to respond to her, right? So then Dr. Heavenly then brought up Quad and telling Simone that she feels that Simone needs to apologize to Quad. And Simone says she does owe her an apology, right? So then we also find out that Cecil had invited Quad to the Whitnik party. I was like, oh, do you know your wife? Because I don't think this is gonna go over too well. So now we see everybody getting ready for the Freaknik party. And I'm sorry, but Heavenly, that wig you had on, that wig looked like Niecy, aka Halle Berry's character from Baps. Because I was like, you dress like you're going to a Baps party, not to Freaknik. Now I know that the women, back in the '90s and '80s and '90s wore weird hairstyles, different hairstyles and stuff like that, but that wasn't it. Phaedra, you just look like you were just going to a regular everyday party with this colorful wig on and this tank top and these little booty shorts. I was like, okay, girl, whatever. So Dr. Damon came in as himself, and I was like, you know what? I can't be too mad at it. So we see everybody as they arrive. We see as I think Simone, Cecil, and Damon and Heavenly arrived together. Or was it Jack? No, it was Jackie. It was somebody arrived. It was either no, it was Jackie and Heavenly that came together. Then we saw as Dr. Contessa came with Dr. G and Letitia. And I was like, oh my God, Dr. Contessa in that interview is just loud as all outdoors. And it's like, girl, calm down. So when Dr. Contessa got there, Heavenly was looking at her, but then Heavenly went up to her and gave her a hug. And I was like, oh, okay. Now we're gonna see later in the season when I don't know if it's gonna happen with this, but I know later in the season, Contessa gonna tell somebody, square up, ho. And I'm pretty positive it might be Heavenly, but we shall see. So we get to the party, and I was so confused. I know Dr. Simone and Cecil asked not Curtis, but Dr. Scott to get up on that stage and perform, but they could have kept that. They could have kept that performance from Dr. Scott because it was not good. The rapping and the singing, I was like, ooh, Dr. Scott. Mm-mm. I was with Quad. Keep your stethoscope. Don't divvy away from that. Don't go away from that. Keep your stethoscope. Speaking of Quad did show up fashionably late, and Dr. Simone was like, "Look at her. She shows up late and uninvited." And Cecil was in the confession was like, "She really wasn't uninvited because I invited her." And then she was in a solo confession talking about she was uninvited. I'm like, she really went uninvited. One, even if Cecil didn't invite her, this is a cast event, and she's part of the cast, so she's gonna be there one way or the other, right? Now, remember, earlier I said that Dr. Simone said that she owed Quad an apology. She went up to Quad, gave Quad an apology, and told her this is right up your alley to come late and you look good, but she never apologized to her. I was like, Dr. Simone, that was your opportunity to apologize to Quad, but you didn't take that opportunity, right? So then we see as Letitia was having a conversation with Dr. Damon, right? And Letitia is talking about the things that Heavenly has said and done. And Letitia, I'm gonna have to call you out because just as good as Heavenly has given to you, you've given to Heavenly. So you can't sit here and talk about Heavenly's done this, done that when you've said and done things to Heavenly as well. It ain't like the woman is just picking at you for no damn reason. You've said stuff to her. She said stuff to you. Y'all go on social media, talk about each other. Y'all talk about each other in your interviews. So it's not like you are without any kind of fault in this. So I want you to own up and take some accountability. Dr. Damon feels a way that at the reunion last season, that Dr. Gregory, who knows him, knows his character and all that stuff, when the whole cheating rumors came up, he didn't say, "Oh, I know how you are as a person, and I know you wouldn't cheat on Heavenly." He said, "I don't know what you do." And so Dr. Damon feels a way about that. But I'm like, well, Damon, the same way you feel a way about that he feels a way about what Heavenly has said about him. Like the thing that I said, like I said earlier, I don't like the fact that Heavenly and Letitia have both drugged both of their husbands into the drama and beef. It should stay between y'all. Now I know Heavenly said that she when she was talking about Letitia, that she ain't had nothing to lose. But if she, even if she don't have nothing to lose, don't attack her husband. Like despite how I might feel about Dr. Gregory, don't attack him. Now, Heavenly, I think you were doing a little bit too much when it came to Letitia in this particular scene. We told him to get that bitch away from you, get that bitch off of you. She was talking to you very calmly. Now I know you might not want to hear what she was saying, and that's fine. It's okay to not want to hear what the girl has to say, but I think you were doing a little bit too much. But yeah, you guys, that was the opening episode of Married to Medicine. Like I said, I enjoyed this episode of Married to Medicine, pretty really good. Let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments section below. You guys be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, and also share the video, you guys. And until the next time, please stay safe, take care of yourselves, you guys, wash your hands, be blessed, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.